Hi everybody, it's the church man. Yeah, it's the soap man here at the church, getting ready to make a big batch of soap. Today's should be pretty simple. One of my favorite designs is actually one of the simplest there is. I like a double layer in the pot swirl, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So the bottom layer is going to be lima peel green, and the accent will be white. The top layer is going to be lemon chiffon, accent white. Both of these colors are from Nurture Soap, and I thought with those two colors, what better fragrance than Ginger Lime from Nurture Soap. This is one of my favorites. Has a really strong smell, including in the cured soap. It rices just a tiny bit, but it's such a small amount it's not worth mentioning. And since I need my layers to set up a little bit, that's kind of good because the extra stick blending will take care of that. So I'll pour the first layer, let it set up, texture it, pour the second layer. That's simple. So give me a few minutes to get set up, and I'll be back and we'll get started. All right, I'm back and I'm set up and ready. So let's get our lima peel on the bottom. Keeping in mind, both of these micas are morphing micas. This lima peel, that really pretty bright green, turns a dark kind of olive green, brownish green. So they always turn back to their original color the next day. And I think 3 level teaspoons should be enough for this amount. So let's hand stir that in. And looks good. Okay, and I need probably about a teaspoon or less of titanium dioxide for this. Because it's a small amount and it's in a tight container with a real tight vortex from the stick blender, I can stick blend it straight in. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just get these emulsified, and then I'll put the fragrance in and see how badly it rises. Good. Well, it's actually not looking good. It's kind of greenish now already. It's morphing quickly. But it happens. I don't worry. So let's put a little in there. A little in there. And we'll save the other half for the top layer. And it is rising, which I knew it would. It's okay. It's actually, I think it'll even hand stir out. It's so minor, it's not even really worth mentioning. But I'm going to stick blend it anyway, just to be sure, because it's a little thin. There we go. Nice consistency, the way I like it for in the pot swirl. So I will just drop that in. Here we go. Alright, that's going to have to sit a little while and firm up. And I have a little bit of cleanup because I am a messy soaper. So give me a few minutes, I'll let that firm up, then we'll get started on our top layer. Alright, that didn't take very long because I gave it a pretty hefty stick blending. So let's get some good divots here on the top. Let's make our top layer. So this also is a morphing mica. This really, really light yellow morphs into a kind of a burnt orange. I really like what it morphs into. I wish it would stay, but it won't. It always turns back to this bright yellow. Get our whites. And here we go. Okay, it's not morphing yet, but it will. Actually, it's starting to. Yep, there it goes. Starting to go into that orange phase. But it gets way more orange than that. Alright, let's stick blend our TD, and then we'll stick blend that and get it emulsified. Get our fragrance in. A little in that one, and the rest in this one. And it's ricing just a little bit, like always. Actually, even that stirs it out. It's so minimal. See how orange that is now? Oh, keep getting air bubbles in it. There we go, it's blended out. Let me clean this off and we'll get the white in. It's well blended. Just look how orange this is now, but it will be yellow tomorrow. I'm blocking your view probably, and I am sorry. I just can't get around twisted. And I'm going to leave the top just like it is. So I will squirt that with rubbing alcohol, let it sit 5 minutes, and squirt it again, and tomorrow we'll have a nice bright yellow top on that. So I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Okay, I'm back the next day and it's time to cut our soap. So you remember that olive green bottom and that yellow or that orange top? Well, it's back to normal. Really nice, light, bright green, light yellow, just the way it's supposed to. So when I see those morphing micas, I don't panic too much, especially since I've used most of these before. So let's get some cuts here and see what we have. And of course, I love this fragrance. Yep, just exactly what I was expecting. Get a few from the center, and they're all going to look the same. And I shouldn't say that. Each bar is going to be different with an in-the-pot swirl, but they're relatively the same. Each one's uniquely different, but they're close enough to the same. That's, yeah. So let's get another log. Let's see, that was the center one. Let's get an edge log from the edge and see what we have. It's still actually kind of warm. It's still really soft. A little bit less white in the center, but all going to be pretty much the same. And I'll get them lined up and get a picture like I always do. But everything went exactly as planned. I'm really happy with the soap. Love this fragrance. So anyway, that is what I have. And I thank you for watching. And as always, stay safe. Take good care of yourselves and be blessed. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.